Alright guys, welcome back to part 4. I checked before I started this video, so we did 3 videos already, so this is going to be part 4. So let's check out part 4. Part 4.
Time waits for no mortal.
So that was the Reapers, so to unlock the next 2, just to say this again, part 4. Alright, so to unlock the next 2 you have to slay 66 and slay 66 on Insomnia or higher difficulty. Let's have a look at the heavy meat bag. Have a look at that one there. Sometimes a meat bag gets lucky and tastes champion blood. This is what happens when you let your children overindulge. Slower, stronger, and marginally less disappointing than their scrawny brethren. Those tenders attacks might lack fitness, but hey, they leave such an interesting pattern on champion armor. I'm still evaluating their potential, so would you mind terribly if 1 or 2 connection with your skull? Okay, for research purposes, naturally. Look at this guy, the heavy meat bag. Okay, this is the protector. We have come across him. Also, whoever said the best defense is a good offense has never met this charming abrasion. That patchwork barricade the protector calls shield isn't for defense, it's for trapping champions in tight corners. Well, it's Morningstar does the introductions. You have to admit its dedication to making friends makes up for its poor social skills. Warmest regards, Azazel. Alright, let's have a look at in here, demons. We already unlocked a demon. I kinda know this demon from the one of the Doom games. I think Doom Eternal. You have these type of enemies in Doom Eternal. I think Doom is also being developed by Bethesda. The same developers as this game got developed by Bethesda. So I think Bethesda are bringing in enemies from Doom into this game here. Just that the enemies here are a little bit reworked. Not remade, but reworked. The developers are the same for Doom and this game. Okay, the Taurus, living proof, the persistence and inflicting blunt force trauma are all you really need in life. Watch how it singles out one champion and refuses to take no for an answer. Okay. After all, consent is difficult when there's a spike club involved. I must say, true, that your desperate efforts to wear it down with frost and stuns might be somewhat effective if not unsporting. Alright. World? Construction? You can read that out for yourself, it's a little bit long, it's by Metatron. But you can read that out for yourself if you want to. Here and here. Yeah, you can read it out for yourself. This one here. I'm gonna let it up for a couple of minutes, for a couple of seconds. Bastion of Redemption. Bastion of Redemption stands as Heaven's soul outpost in Purgatory. Modest accommodations, but they'll have to suffice. It's here I've gathered these champions. An assemblage of most souls, yeah. Metatron, you can read that here as well. Metatron, Heaven's beloved bureaucrat. You know, before he was the voice of God, he was just Enoch, a mortal scribbler with delusions of grandeur. Quite a promotion, becoming Heaven's highest angel. Okay, as I say, let's see what he has to say. Azazel, once a brilliant angel, now a criminal, who make purgatory his playground, though disgraced and cast from the celestial realm. His talent remains devastating, gathering an army of demons and lost souls with the same strategic brilliance that once made him invaluable to us. His insufferable charm merely makes the monsters beneath. Yeah. Complete all raids to unlock the rest of the storyline from Azazel. I think it's the same for him? No. It's his one. You have to unlock all raids to unlock this. Gameplay. The slide. Okay. We got the dash. We got the bash. We've seen the bash. I did a couple of bashes there with the weapon. Boom. Okay, we've seen the mid-air dash. Yeah, we've seen that. The wall bounce. The wall bounce. Master the wall bounce to traverse seemingly impossible gaps. Ah, you have to bounce off of a wall, okay? Like that. To master leaps and gaps. What does that say? And immediately trigger another jump. Okay, so you have to bounce off of a wall to trigger another jump. Upon contact, to propel yourself from the wall with enhanced momentum and distance. That's pretty cool. So you have to bounce off of a wall to trigger another jump to propel yourself forward. That's pretty. I haven't tried that one yet. I have to try it. Okay, climb. We've seen that. Yep. The hook point we've seen, and the pushers. I haven't seen that one yet. What does that do? Oh, wait a minute. We've seen the pusher. We've seen the pusher. We've seen those here in the hall. Movements. This is Enviro. What are these? Corrupted water and eggs. Corrupted water and eggs. Let's see what they do. Corrupted water impedes your mobility, slowing movement and preventing jumping, dashing, and sliding. Okay, the corrupted eggs contaminate surrounding waters. Crack them to momentarily cleanse the affected area. Okay, if you crack one of these eggs, you can cleanse your surrounding area. Probably the water, right? Probably the water. You can cleanse this water by cracking an egg. So because this water here is going to impede your mobility. So when you're standing in the water, you can crack this egg. It will cleanse the water, and then you can use your mobility, your movement, and your jumping and dashing and sliding while exiting the water, because this egg is going to cleanse the water when you crack it. Alright, let's see what the spikes do. Look at those spikes. Spikes protrude from both ground and walls throughout Purgatory. Avoid contact to prevent grievous injury. Spikes retract and deploy when you step on pressure plates or activate nearby triggers. Okay. Spikes inflict damage upon both champions and their enemies. Okay, that's good to know. That's pretty handy to know that these spikes are going to inflict damage on champions and nearby enemies when they run over spikes by accident. Construct. What's this? Construct emanates harmful red energy, damaging any champion foolish enough to tread within. Beware.
Time waits for no mortal.
Beware construct waves pulsing through the air. These crimson surges deals damage to any champion they touch. Alright. Sandstorms. Let's see what Sandstorm does. The Sandstorm's abrasive fury both obscures visions and inflicts damage. Seek shelter in safe areas until the tempest subsides. So when you're running into a sandstorm, the sandstorm will definitely do damage to you. So you're going to have to find shelter until the sandstorm is practically over. Subsides means it's over. The resurrection altar. You can resurrect your allies. We've done that in part 2, I think it was. Champions can revive their fallen comrades at resurrection altars, sacred structures scattered across the purgatory. We've seen that in, I think it was part 2 or 3, where we revived a fallen comrade from an altar. Each altar can only be used once. Well, I know that because you have only one champion that you can revive from an altar. Alright, that's pretty good to know. Then we have here triggers. These are the different types of triggers. Purgatory contains numerous interactive mechanisms, doors, elevators, and pressure devices that champions can activate during combat and exploration. Okay, so you're gonna have to probably be a little bit careful as well. Even you have to be careful that you don't, by accident, activate a pressure plate or door elevators that you might get blasted into by enemies. Trigger mechanisms vary across purgatory. Eyes that close when shot. Weight sensitive pressure plates impact responsive buttons and sigils requiring champion presence within their boundaries. Okay. Okay, now the objectives. Blood tank. What the heck is that? Okay. Shoot the eye to trigger the blood dispenser, releasing a vacant blood tank for you to collect. Okay, I gotta remember all this. Okay, when the blood tank has consumed its fill, locate a compatible socket and insert the tank. Okay, fill the blood tank by slaughtering enemies in close proximity to it. Their spilled essence is drawn into the vessel. Okay, so you're gonna have to kill nearby enemies to close proximity to this tank, because their blood is gonna get drawn into the tank here, and you probably can use their blood for something as well. What's this? A dream catcher. The dream catcher sigil requires a champion's sustained presence to break its eternal bonds. I don't know what that means. A dreamcatcher sigil requires a champion's sustained presence. I'm not sure what that means. Okay, the soul's cages. Soul extractors produce soul cages which can be inserted into the soul cage sockets or any payload to power its advance. Cool, man. They got some really cool stuff here, guys. Enemies will attempt to impede the payload's progress by leaping aboard. Eliminate them to continue. Okay. That's a good thing, right? Then we have here a static blood tank. These blood tanks got buried, but their appetite didn't. Immovable and impatient to be filled. Stay alert as only one tank will rise at a time. So I think you need to fill them with blood as well from the enemy. So you're gonna have to, if you see one, I think you have to stand here nearby and wait for enemies to come to attack you when you're standing here, and then when you kill an enemy at this blood tank, their blood is going to get drawn into the blood vessel. I think that is how it works, right? Once sedated, the static blood tank will resume its hibernation underground, and another will awaken until the objective is fulfilled. Okay, it says here, slaughter trolls and demons near the active blood tank to collect their essence. Yeah, I was right. I was right the first time. I didn't read that, but I was right. Okay, this objective is exclusive to the Rogue Angel game mode. Okay. This is the Breakneck Trial. What does that do? Twisted constructs of Azazel mine that test champions' traversal skills. Is this a little bit like in Tomb Raider, where we can hold on to edges and move from side to side? That's what it is, right? This objective is exclusive to the Rogue Angel game mode. The Archangel! In this case, the Rogue Angel. Never mind. Harsh environments will damage champions over time. More quickly to outrun them. Then we have here some pickup items. Okay, what's this? When deployed, the health item releases health souls that replenish your HP. Deploy the lure item to conjure a convincing decoy that draws enemy focus, providing you with tactical reprieve from assault. So you can launch. Wait a minute. You can launch. I think you can launch this guy here as a decoy. You can use your tactical instincts, and the enemies will come running to this guy here, to this here decoy. And then you can run away from this decoy and then fire at your enemies. That way you'll be in a safe zone. All you have to do is drop this decoy, run away. Then the enemies are gonna run to this decoy, and then you can just fire at your enemies and just get rid of them that way. That's a pretty cool idea. That's pretty cool. Deploy the ammo item. I think that's the ammo item here. That's your ammo item. That has got to be your health item here. Your health, because it's got the plus here. Deploy ammo item for ammo shards that will restore expended ammunition across your arsenal. Across any arsenal, right? Across your weapons, right? So this item here will replenish any ammunition across your guns, across your weapons, I should say. So this is a decoy that will fill up your ammunition across your weapons, and this will fill up your health. I think this is your health right here. If you collect this, it will replenish your health. Okay, what other items do we have? This one here. Upon collection, the extra life item instantly restores 1 fortified champion life. Okay. The extra life item instantly restores 1 fortified champion life. Okay, you get an extra life, an extra champion life when you pick up. I think this one here, right? I think it's this one here. Then you have, that's gotta be the Holy Orb. Angelica Defense Orb. Yeah, that's gotta be your defense orb. A throw to deploy a floating turret that smites your enemies with holy light beams and depleted. Until depleted. Until depleted. So you can throw this, and it will deploy a floating turret that smites your enemies. That is sick, man. This game is sick. That is crazy. This game crazy. Okay, then you got the demon blood. 3 shots of pure demonic essence. Is it this? Or is it this? It's gotta be that one there, right? It's gotta be that one here. 3 shots of pure demonic essence. Collect 1 to unleash demon state, which boosts damage and drains life from kills. Drains life from kills. You got to let that roll on your tongue. This game is something else. This game is freaking something else, guys. And then we got this barrel here. Barrels detonate with sufficiently damaged. What barrels detonate when sufficiently damaged, unleashing devastating area of effect explosions. Okay. Pick up, throw barrels. Okay, you can pick them up and throw them. That's pretty cool. For precisely targeted destruction. You can throw these barrels at enemies and they will just boom explode. Pretty awesome, right? Okay, what do we have in here? Let's check it. And we got raids. Okay, plunge into raids to battle Azazel forces across his constructed landscape to stop his war machine. Earn gold and ancient souls in order to expand your arsenal. Wow, cool. Prepare for each fight by equipping selected weapons and tarot cards at your discretion. And you can progress weapon masteries. Pretty cool. With him, with this guy here. Then we got here Rogue Angel. During Rogue Angel runs, pick random weapons and survive Azazel trials. Okay, you can pick up randomized weapons when doing the Rogue Angel raids. Or runs or raids, yeah. Earn gold and ancient souls in order to expand your arsenal. Head to the reward room. Okay, that's where we are currently in the reward room, I think. Head to the reward room and claim your bounty upon surviving each arena. You can progress weapon masteries as well. Cool. Offline mode. That's where we are currently in, is the offline mode. Let's see what it says. Offline mode allows champions to fight Azazel without internet connection. You can switch between modes in the menu. We've seen that. You go to the menu, to the main menu, and switch from offline to online, and from online back to offline. Okay, players, champions will be accompanied by 2 other champions controlled by bots. We've seen that in the last episode. This mode creates a separate save file that does not carry over to previous progression. Leaderboards are not supported in offline modes. I think leaderboards are only supported in online modes. You got leaderboards in online, but they are not supported in offline combat action. So here, that's offline right there. Disable bots. Bots can be disabled in raid settings when in offline mode, which means you can. Yeah, which means you can probably fight by yourself. The life system is used to automatically resurrect a champion upon death. So when you head over to your champion, you can resurrect him and he will be ready to fight again. All secrets are open and available for exploration. Nice. The difficulty level and rewards are adjusted for gameplay without bots. That's if you disable bots in the main menu, probably. Okay, the player state. When your health is completely depleted during a raid, you'll die unless another champion intervenes with a timely revival. You have a certain amount of time until you die, and in that certain amount of time your bot that you're fighting with can intervene and revive you. Fallen champions can be returned to battle at resurrection altars found throughout Purgatory, but beware, each altar can only be used once. So you gotta be aware of that. Dead champions can observe their surviving allies struggling while awaiting potential resurrection. Okay, what do we have here? Downed and reviving. Okay, that is how you revive your ally. When your health depletes entirely, you enter a down state where your allies can revive you, but act quickly before your revival timer expires. If your revival timer depletes before your allies can reach you, you will die. Okay? Each downed instance consumes of life from your reserve of 3. Additional lives can be acquired by collecting extra life items scattered throughout the raids. With no remaining lives in your reserves, health depletion results in immediate. So you gotta be aware of that. Okay, then you got here demon state. I know that from the previous Painkiller game as well. That's a pretty awesome state. It's got a demon state, also in the older Painkiller games. Temporarily state that alters your vision and doubles your damage. Demon state is fading. Embraces it while you still can. Demon state automatically recovers your health from killed enemies. When you're in that type of state, you can kill enemies a lot quicker, and I think if your health bar is down, you can see it right there. If you kill enemies and if your health bar is down, in this state, in the demon state, your energy bar, or your health bar I should say, is going to get filled up by killing enemies. I know this from the older Painkiller games. You have that as well. But let's see what they do. If a player disconnects, bots take over to keep your unholy triad inactive. Direct your artificial allies using the command wheel or by tagging items of interest. Marked objectives trigger contextual behaviors like soul cage insertions or blood tank defense. Bots autonomously follow players, engage hostile and collect resources. They will support champions low on health or ammunition. That's cool. Okay, what do we have here? Oh wow, elemental effects. Enemies in Purgatory can be afflicted with various elemental status effects, each producing distinct advantages over champions in combat. Fire inflicts continuous damage over time to all enemy types, with demons suffering additional damage. You can read that out there for yourselves. I'm gonna scroll down to here. Stunning and finishers. Wow. You can stun your enemies and then finish them off. Here you have weak spots and shields. Both trolls and demons possess invulnerable areas. Invulnerable areas that yield amplified damage when struck. Some, like hits, okay, are intuitive targets, while demons can display distinctive colored spots indicating critical weaknesses. I gotta remember this. I gotta remember that. You got the hit here. You can attack their head, their chest, and here their shields. Certain trolls wield shields that block damage and nullify impact effects. These barriers, while durable, will shatter after absorbing a sufficient punishment, leaving their bearers exposed. Okay. Then we got resources and the command wheel. Resources. Health souls. Let's see. But not in this episode. We're gonna continue this in part 5. Thanks for watching. I hope you have liked this episode. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and we'll see you guys in part 5. Bye bye.